The next Price film to hit theaters was the sword and sandal adventure Nefertiti, Queen of the Nile. Nefertiti tells the story of the forbidden love affair of a royal maiden named Tanit, played by Jeanne Crain, and a court sculptor named Tumas, played by Edmund Purdom. Price plays Tanit's father, the high priest Benakin, who has forbidden them to see one another, as Tanit has been promised to Amenophis IV, played by Amadeo Nazari, the son of the pharaoh. Benakin has Tumas imprisoned, but he escapes. Believing him dead, Tanit marries Amenophis, changing her name to Nefertiti in the process. Eventually, she and Tumas are reunited, and Amenophis, who is mentally unstable, kills himself as Benakin leads an army against the city walls in an attempt to incite a holy war. Nefertiti takes command of the forces in her husband's absence to defend the city. Benakin's forces are eventually defeated. Benakin is killed. And Nefertiti and Tumas are free to be with one another. This film was actually the second of the Italian films that Price made in the summer of 1961. It was released in Italy in 1962 and made its American debut on January 15, 1964. The cast of this film was entirely Italian with the exception of Price and Jeanne Crain, who were both Americans, and Edmund Purdom, who was British. Jeanne Crain and Vincent Price had worked together previously in the film Leave Her to Heaven, 1945. Overall, this film is a bit of a mess. It's definitely the weakest of the three Italian films that Price made in '61, despite decent production value, sets, and costumes. The film leans too heavily toward romance rather than action, and the almost entirely white cast playing Egyptians is a bit difficult to take seriously. Price makes the most of his role as the ambitious Benakin, however, despite some silly costumes and makeup. Overall, it's a pretty lackluster film, though far from the worst of Price's career. Next up, Price will be reunited with three horror legends, Boris Karloff, Basil Rathbone, and Peter Lorre in the Jacques Tourneur comedy, The Comedy of Terrors.
You know that you are consigning everybody in this palace to certain death? Hello, I'm Vincent Price. For many years now, mankind and his offspring have been searching for an alternative to peanut butter and jelly. After employing the latest methods in technology, the Peter Paul Candy Company has found the alternative to peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter with no jelly. Pure, creamy peanut butter dotted with Crispies, covered with pure milk chocolate, but no jelly. I'm sure you're as pleased as I am.